Here we're going to talk about earning up to 20% on returns. It's all truly depending on the loan that you obtain and as well as how much time you're going to hold this property for. For example, if you're buying a small home and you're injecting money into it, like in order to remodel it, and then to sell it, then your return is going to be as soon as you sell the home, correct? And then there's another concept called the buy and hold concept, where you're just buying a home, whether it's brand new or used, it doesn't matter, uh, to hold it over time and have it appreciate over time. And still, whenever you're ready to sell that home, or if you want to keep it under your portfolio for, to inherit onto your children, that's also building up the return on the investment. It's just at a different time length, right? The thing that's not going to change is the steady cash flow. The monthly rent from 3 to 4 units, for example, contributes directly to your income stream. So this is where we talk about diversifying your portfolio and having several accounts to build into that income stream that you're going to have. The more units, like we said before, the better.
Aparte, lo que es un fourplex, aplican, lo que mucha gente no sabe es que puedes calificar para un loan mortgage incluso.
A loan mortgage es como
que sí, un FHA, so tradicional.
So what she is mentioning, for example, in this 3 to 4 unit, rental income stream, you could apply as a FHA loan, which means that you get to live in one of the units and rent out the other 3. So, for example, this is your first home, or you've rented your entire life a home and never got around to buying your first home. You always might want to think that for your first investment, an FHA loan might apply, or for your children as well. To have the person live in one of the homes and rent out the other 3 units. And what the bank will do is they will account the income of those other 3 units towards the principal income to loan you this money, and that for you to get you in the home and loan you the mortgage amount. So now the opportunity that we want to talk about today is Summer Breeze subdivision. This is income from multiple units, like we expressed before. The rent from 3 to 4 units in a single property diversifies your income stream. We're setting this as an example because we believe it's truly the best opportunity in the market at the moment to be able to, 1, increase your income, 2, have a safe retirement, and 3, get you and your children a safety net for your money and the money that you've worked for your entire life. It's starting at $100,000, meaning the lot amount is $100,000, and you can invest this money, like I said before, through an IRA or a 401k savings account. And for long-term wealth, over 25 years average, this investment builds wealth through appreciation and rental income. So it's something that you can leave, like I said, as inheritance for your children. And this plays better as a buy and hold, which means acquiring the property, renting it out, paying it off to the bank, and later appreciation and rents will bring the rents up to a projected $3,000 a month. Meaning that initially, right now, at the moment, we are averaging out rents of $1,300, but by the time you pay off this loan, your rents are going to be coming in at a projected $3,000 a month. Wouldn't that be great to have 4 units producing $3,000 a month? I like that for one. So this is about protecting your retirement. Going back to this savings and everything that you've worked for your entire life, we are here to support you through this. I know it's a lot of information, and we've tried to simplify it here today for you guys to make it as comprehensible as possible. But we want you to understand that your money is not safe in a savings account. I know that's what it's called. It's a savings account, but it's not safe, guys. And believe me, you want to invest it somewhere where you can see it, where you can touch it, where you can put more of attention into it, and you control the percentage that is giving back to you instead of handing it over to these bankers, to these financiers that can tell you, yes, it'll be growing at a 3% or a 4% when you can be maximizing your return and instead getting a 7% all the way up to a 20%. Depends on the strategy that you're applying, correct? So just secure your future by investing in real estate. You protect your retirement from inflation and you build it a steady income stream. For example, I've included a little rental property calculator here, and this is something that you can utilize whenever you are looking at a property, whether it's investing with us or investing anywhere else. You always want to calculate what are your returns going to be, right? So you'll enter the purchase price here, you'll put the down payment, the interest rate that the bank is giving you, the estimated closing costs, and for this you can call any title company to give you an estimate. And then you put, how much you're going to be generating off of this property, how many bedrooms, how many baths, what's the current rate, what's the market rent, so what are you competing against, right? And these, of course, are going to be your reserve. This is how much you're going to be paying the property management, the people that are going to be helping you lease it, the capital expenditures and maintenance repairs. And this, if you need help, you can always call for quotes or call other management companies to help you with obtaining quotes. On this side, you're going to get the monthly expenses. So the gas, the water, the sewer, the garbage, these are all things that you need to factor into your investment. And once you hit calculate, it'll throw you how much rent you're going to be generating, and then this monthly NOI is going to be what you're going to be making off of your rental property. But just remember, guys, rental properties are only income producing properties. It's not something that you personally are going to live in. It's something that you're going to create a business out of, and you're going to get your money working for you while you sleep. And that, guys, is the beauty of real estate investing. I hope that this has served you and opened up your mind to procuring your savings and actually taking action towards securing a better future, not just for yourself, but also for your children, which is why we are called legacy investing. If you have any questions, please send us an email to this email right here that we've got coming up. We will do Q&A shortly, but if you have any questions, please email us at this info@investorswithlegacy.com. And these are our personal phone numbers. If you want to connect with us on LinkedIn or through Blink, please go ahead and scan those QR codes. And if you want to schedule a meeting with us, please feel free to contact us directly to see how we can advise you or help you in any way that we can. And that is all from us. We will start taking any questions. Adriana will be answering in Spanish, and I will be live translating for you as well. So please feel free to ask as detailed or as general questions as possible.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that information, Adriana and Mariana. Now, everyone who just joined us, feel free to ask them any questions. I can read the questions on the chat and ask it and give a voice to your question. Or if you want to open your mic and ask, that will be awesome. Rosario, go ahead.
Hi, yes. Thank you for the presentation. I'm wondering if you can expand a little bit more on the details of the subdivision location.
Sure.
Does it have an HOA kind of situation? Any of that kind of info?
Sure. ¿Quieres contestar tú y yo lo traduzco?
Pues si quieres, le podemos mandar personalizado toda la información.
Okay,
si gusta.
sure. We'll go ahead and reach out directly. If you want to drop us your email on the chat, we're going to go ahead and send you the information regarding the subdivision.
Solo un poquito de información de que por qué Mercedes, el centro del valle, que es lo que falta de conectar.
Of course, and we chose Mercedes strategically since it is a very halfway point for Brownsville and McAllen markets. So just to touch a little bit on your question, since we are talking just solely about real estate today and why it's good for investing, that is the reason why. It's because it's an up and coming market, and it's probably going to be the most secure location for investment.
Área que no es de huracanes.
And it is the last location that is in no hurricane zone. As soon as you cross into La Feria, that becomes a hurricane zone, meaning that the insurance costs will rise and go up.
And also, I would like to add a little bit, and you guys can confirm on that one. As far as I know, residents' places to buy in Brownsville is locked. There's no more residents. It's only business in Brownsville. And the people that are looking to work over there in Brownsville, they're expanding to our area, Mercedes, Westlaco, and all that. And that's why also they're looking into Mercedes, I think.
Yes, of course, with Elon's coming, the market has exploded and boomed already in Brownsville, and the wave is long gone. That was a couple years back, and what was good then is not good anymore. Not that it's not a good investment, but that's definitely a higher, introductory price and higher cost of entry. Mercedes is still very acquirable, and for now, people that now want to introduce themselves into real estate, you want to look at a market that's very feasible and very accommodating to your needs as well, and that you're dealing with a crowd that is friendly and not, busy with all these things. In Mercedes, we have, the Winter Texans. And so what they are looking for is a place to relax and somewhere to call home for 6 months. And so, you got to look at those things whenever you're making your investment is who am I dealing with? Who are my clients? What is the worst case scenario? What's the best case scenario? What's the most plausible scenario? And so you start coming up with a strategy that truly suits the amount of money that you're ready to invest. And so we're here, property managers, you always want to reach out to them and ask them the right questions. And if you have anything, any trouble determining what market would be the best for you to invest in, you just always reach out to the closest people. Like I said, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And so building relationships with these people is probably the key to investing successfully in real estate.
There's another question by Jorge Cantu.
Hello, Jorge.
Hello. So I took some courses. Well, I actually just finished this last week and taking my last course in real estate with STC. So I've really been interested in the whole idea of it and investing. My question is what would be? I've heard of the FHA. You apply, you get it, you live in one, you rent out the other three. Let's say I lived there for the first year. Let's say the management went well and it's kind of making that cash flow. My mind is trying to compute what's the best option or what is usually the best option to kind of maybe start going into that second property. Like, is it do you work again with the bank? Is there a personal loan? Like, what is the usual best recommendation?
Right. You mean like as in going from one unit to expanding your portfolio and acquiring more?
Yeah, like if I want another, like if I started with a plex, now I want another one, a twoplex or a fourplex, just
Okay.
in a second.
Quiere como de cómo transiciones de un FHA loan teniendo una adquiriendo ya dos propiedades.
Sí, una es solamente le van a prestar una para un préstamo tradicional porque va a decir que vive en una y va a rentar las otras tres.
FHA loans applies to your first home, so that means you live in one and you rent the other three.
Pero ya para la segunda sí va a ser como inversión, entonces ahí sí tiene que poner un enganche más grande.
And then the second one will apply as an investment property, so therefore your down payment becomes 20% instead of the 3%. That's
Pero
for
sí
the
se
FHA
puede.
loans.
O tal vez después de 2 años creo que le vuelven a prestar también para otro.
After 2 years, they also are able to lend you for another sort of FHA acquisition.
O tradicional.
Bueno, entonces mi pregunta exacta es esa. Vamos a suponer, ya ha pasado el año y póngale que no tengo interés de hacerlo del FHA. Quiero obtener otro préstamo. O sea, ¿eso ya es conventional loan? O sea, ¿cómo sería o sea, qué es lo que tendría que buscar?
Sí. Mientras que tenga el 20% de enganche, le prestan para todos los que quiera, que estamos hablando más o menos como $100,000. Pero le prestan todos, porque cuenta, no le quita dentro de su capacidad de endeudamiento, porque el income que va a recibir de las rentas también cuenta como ingreso, ¿verdad? Entonces, no le afecta absolutamente nada. El banco le calcula, ok, va a entrar tanto de renta, eso es income también. Entonces, no le afecta. Puede seguir pidiendo y...
Okay. Again, so what she's mentioning is the FHA loan will apply just for the first home, but on the secondary home, if you want to expand your portfolio and acquire a second investment property, that 20% that goes towards your investment property, if you think about it, is not quite much because you're getting the rental income from the other 3 properties, meaning that all that you will apply towards that down payment. Therefore, the 20%, it might look like a large amount at the beginning, the $100,000, but again, they're accounting your other 3 properties towards that amount.
Y aunque alguien tuviera los $500,000, es mejor solo dar el enganche, 100,000, agarrar 5 endeudados, solamente los enganches de esos, o sea, 100,000, porque el resto lo van pagando los reflejos.
And again, so whenever you have a investment property, you want to make sure that you're working with the bank because those will be your best partners as far as loaning you the money. So you can acquire, for example, if you want to purchase one property that might be $500,000, instead you get with cash. Instead, you get 5 different loans from the bank, putting only $100,000 each, and that therefore incrementing your portfolio to 5 properties. And this is all going to be paid by the renters, so it's not money that's coming out of your pocket in the end. You're only lending. You're coming together in partnership with the bank to acquire this property that's going to go into your portfolio as an investment, and you get the renters coming in paying that to the bank, and then you get your income off of whatever's left over. So.
Everything else like towards the little corner and the bread right there. Yes.
Excellent. Any other questions before we go here? Thank you once again, Alejandra, for inviting us on here, and we're very pleased to talk to such a beautiful crowd of people that are willing to put their mind forward and expand their thinking. Like I said, right now is the Valley's time to experience what has been coming and will be coming for the next few years here. And we want all of you to be part of it because we know you've worked hard for this community. South Texas College stands tall and proud, providing very many students with the opportunity to follow their dreams and to become better than they are, better than they were yesterday. And being in the community that we are with, Hispanics and African American and Anglo-Saxons and all sorts of people from very many distinct parts of the world, we're going to continue to grow. So thank you for being part of this today. And we have a conference coming up October 17th. If you guys are interested in attending virtually or in person, the address is 908 West Ferguson Avenue. I will be dropping it in the chat for those of you that are interested. It's at 6 p.m. and we're going to be talking about investing intelligently. We're going to have bankers, loan officers, real estate agents, property managers, all sorts of people that are going to be there to assist you in your endeavors of growing and securing your income stream for retirement. So congratulations on taking this big step today towards learning more about how to secure your retirement for you and for your children. So remember, we're Investors with Legacy. This is Tiki Land Company, and it's been a great pleasure today. Thank you for having us.
Before you go, there's another question on the chat.
Okay.
If you qualify for FHA loan, what happens to, you have right now your current home with an FHA home, if I'm understanding correctly, and you qualify for another one, what happens to your current loan?
Again, we're not a financial institution and we're not financial advisors, but from our experience and what we've seen with our clients is after 2 years of living in that first FHA home, you're able to relocate to that new FHA home that you're going to be, living in. And so there's other strategies that can be applied. Like I said, I'll leave my information up here so you guys can shoot us an email with all your questions. We'll be more than happy to answer them. Just make sure to include, hey, we saw you, Mariana and Adriana, at the meeting with STC. I want to learn more about how to secure my investment. I have such and such situation. How can I resolve it? And we'll, of course, guide you in the right direction. And we